What's up, everyone? Tyrelle Audain, your handsome Cricket Rockstar, welcoming you back to the Cricket Rockstar Plus show. And without further ado, let's get on with it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching the FIFA Men's World Cup that's been going on in the United States of America, Mexico, and Canada, what an absolute ripper of a tournament we are all witnessing. We are now officially in the round of 32. The group stage are long but gone. And now we are officially in single elimination football, where one bad mistake from any team sends you packing on the first flight home. If you look at the European heavyweights, you may have realized that past reputations means absolutely nothing. If you look at Germany, they were facing Paraguay, looking all comfortable after Kai Havertz found the equalizer. But then when it came down to the penalty shootout, Germany, who usually boasts a solid defense, they failed to execute big time in the shootout. 3 penalty shots were missed in the shootout. But you gotta give credit to Paraguay's Orlando Gil. Why? Because he put on an absolute masterclass in goal for the Paraguayans, leaving the 4-time defending champions knocked out of the tournament in what has to be one of the biggest upsets so far in this World Cup. And the worst was yet to come. It's yet another early exit for the Germans, or as what an old friend of mine used to say, Deutschland, because she was in Deutschland a couple of years ago for you know what. But nevertheless, the drama didn't stop there, as another European nation thought they could have coasted through with ease. I'm talking about the Netherlands. But if you look at Africa's Morocco, they came out firing all shots and knocked them out in what was yet another thrilling penalty shootout over in Monterrey, Mexico. Meanwhile, when the round of 32 started on Sunday, if you look at co-host Canada, they faced a resilient South African team, and both sides were staring down heading into extra time. However, a late goal in stoppage time in the 92nd minute, courtesy Isa Skio, secured Canada's first ever World Cup knockout victory. Then, just day before yesterday, look at 5-time champions Brazil. They nearly got trapped by a brilliant, disciplined Japanese side. Japan, they played gorgeous football earlier on to take an early lead in the first half. But then Brazil showed their pedigree. Now, in the last couple of FIFA World Cups, you may have seen Brazil choke big time / flopped. But just when that game was heading into extra time, Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli, he smoked a brilliant winner deep into stoppage time to seal a tense 2-1 victory for Brazil to send them into the round of 16. Earlier this afternoon, not to be outdone, England survived a massive scare against the Democratic Republic of Congo over in Atlanta, Georgia. They were trailing early on in the early minutes, but then in the second half, their captain, Cool Hurricane, stepped up, scoring 2 significant braces, or should I say 2 magnificent braces, to guide the 3 Lions safely across the line into the round of 16. So if you look at the remaining fixtures, tonight USA is taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Shots was fired yesterday or day before, as I should say, or should I say over the weekend. It had this US journalist who I think works for ABC in Los Angeles made some controversial remarks about the Bosnia team. And everybody was pissed off and they were calling for her to be fired. Honestly, when you have to make jokes, keep it clean. Don't go offensive. A lot of people tell me that all the time. But that female journalist took it too far. And if I be honest with y'all, although the apology was accepted, she should have been sacked on the spot. And it just goes to show why media houses continue to defend its own whenever they make controversial statements. We've seen it happen all over the world, whether it's in the US or even here in my home country, Trinidad and Tobago. It continues to happen. These comments should not be taken lightly. And I do hope this USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina go the whole distance. Although people want USA to win, but I would like to see Bosnia pull a surprise or 2. I'm not supporting the US. I already made it clear. You see them along with the 2 other co-hosts. They are going to flop. But so far, USA, Canada, and Mexico, the 3 hosts themselves, they impressed me a lot. But I wasn't pleased with Mexico. They're playing good football. Last night, they knocked out Ecuador 2-0. But I did not like the crowd's behavior. 5 times last night, when Mexico was playing Ecuador, their supporters were yelling, insulting, homophobic chants, and they were warned about this so many times over the past decade by FIFA. What has FIFA and the Mexican Federation done? Nothing. That will be talked about in another video though. But for the time being, USA is taking on Bosnia in a few minutes from now. So until then, let the battle begin, or should I say let the madness begin. Take care, my friends.